She's the most awarded female gospel artist of all time. CeCe Winans has won 10 Grammys, 20 Dove Awards, and a host of others. She's also the co-pastor of Nashville Life Church in Tennessee, along with her husband, Alvin Love. After almost a decade, she's released a new solo album. Her newest project, Let Them Fall in Love, features inspirational music with a fresh new sound.
Well, here we got CeCe. You're a legend. It's an honor to have you. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
But
Good
I've
to
got
be
to
here.
ask you, why 9 years? Why
9 years?
Why the gap?
Well, within those 9 years, BB and I, we put out a project. But then my husband and I started a church about 5 years ago, and that just took all of my attention.
That's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. It's an awesome job. It's a privilege, but it is full-time. So I had to focus on it. You know, we had to focus on it together. And probably towards the end of 2015, I realized that we kind of had a little groove going, so I could focus on my music again. So it didn't mean for that much time to go by.
Okay,
but it went
going to be in
fast.
9 years before the next one?
No. I don't think so. I don't think so. But you know what?
So
you
next
never
year you're
know.
going to come back, we're going to have a new one. I'm going to hold you to it.
I did not say those words.
I did.
But you say you did. But we'll see. You know, I just want God's perfect will to be done. But I'm so excited about this new project. Even though it's been that long, I think it was worth the wait. You know, I think it's my best project yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of a different sound on it. Why?
Yeah, it's very different. Why? It was my son's vision. That's why. He came to me about 6 years ago and said, Mom.
They grow up, don't they?
They do. Mom, just trust me. I was like, absolutely not. Why should I trust you? He was like, I got the sound. It's going to be different, but it's going to be relevant. It's going to have some more of a throwback feel. It's going to be really popular with my generation, but yet it'll be true to who you are. And I was like, Alvin, I don't know. And all I can say is he did it.
He did it.
He did it.
You
know,
like it.
I love it. I played it for my mom.
Alvin's done good.
My mom, who's 80 years old, Alvin did really good. Alvin the third did really good. She listened to it. She's like, oh, I love this. So I can see every generation is something that everybody will embrace. So I'm excited.
What do you want a listener to get from the CD?
It's entitled "Let Them Fall in Love," and I knew I wanted that to be the title before I even heard the songs. After being gone away for so long, being busy full time, I was like, Lord, if I'm taking out the time to do this, I need you to show up in a special way. And my prayer is that people their hearts will be turned towards God and they will fall in love with Jesus. If they're not a believer, I want them to become a believer. And those of us who already know the Lord, it's time for us to go a little bit deeper, you know? And that's my prayer.
I think you can sort of make a critique of Christianity in America that have we left our first love? Have we gotten so busy doing the work of ministry that we're, you know, we haven't put him first. We're not loving him with our all our heart, all our soul, everything within us. You know, and to get back to that.
We got to get back to that.
That's the place of everything.
That's the
place of energy, joy, peace,
revival,
everything.
Everything's from there. And so that's my prayer for believers and non-believers, that we would get a revelation of who he is. Because when you get that, you know, then
you'll never be the same.
You'll never be the same.
And you want to stay there.
Yes.
You want to stay there.
You got to live there.
All right, we've got a little bit of a sample. You sang it earlier on the 700 Club, and so let's take a look.
Waking up, another heavy heart and burdens I can't bear. Does anybody care? Seeing more of what I'm missing, less of what I have to share. Miles away from what I need, and yet so close when I'm in prayer. That's when I close my eyes.
Well, that single is called Never Have to Be Alone. And I think that's a message for a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people. And especially young people, millennials, you know. You hear a lot of, because you hear a lot of people suffering from anxiety and fear, emotional issues. And I think I shouldn't say I think, I know it goes back to what we said, falling in love with Jesus and making sure he's first and that you're spending that intimate time with him. Because it's in those times that you realize you're not alone and that no matter what you're facing, God can handle it. You know, he's already worked it out. And when you understand his sovereignty, his greatness, his power, there's no reason to fear. You know, you can sit back and say, everything looks crazy, but everything's going to be all right.
Are you finding with your millennials that a lot of them have grown up without fathers? Or are you seeing that a lot?
Yes, we're definitely dealing with a lot of fatherlessness. But more so than that, I think that would be the number one issue. But after that, a lot of them just did not have the examples. They weren't taught how to be true disciples, you know? And so teaching them how to be disciples, how to stand on the word, how to confess the word. You know, it's hard for them to experience bad times and really know that this too will not last. This too shall pass away. It's teaching them to persevere and understand that God's word is true no matter what. It
took me a long time to figure out discipline is part of being a disciple.
Come on, that's
It took me a long. Is that a struggle? Is that a struggle with millennials? Because you have to discipline your life to stay in the Word, to stay in His presence. You just can't.
It's not about how you feel. It's not about how you feel, but like you said, it's discipline. You can't be a disciple without discipline.
That'll preach.
That'll preach. That'll preach. But it's true. And I don't think it's just millennials, but I think all of us as believers have to understand that God's will does not automatically happen. You know, it's his will for everybody to be saved. You know, it's his will that we all walk in total victory because he paid for it. But there's a discipline that we have to put in place in order to walk in victory. And
there's also great love and great mercy in that because the realization for me was God actually believes I can do what he's asked me to do. He actually thinks I can do it.
That's amazing. That's an amazing thought.
And you just go, okay,
yeah.
if you have faith in me, all right.
I can do it.
Here
that's so sweet. I'm going to use that over and over again. That God believes I can do it.
All right, well, I'm going to use the CD over and over again, and I hope you do too. The album is called Let Them Fall in Love, and it's available wherever music is sold. And CeCe, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, come back on the next one.
Okay.
All right, I'll hold you to it.
You got it.
Not 9 years.
You got it. Okay, not 9.
Maybe 9 months?
No.
No deadlines. All right.
No deadlines, but I'll see you.
Sometime in the near future.
You got it.
All right.
I'll take it.